But I will say, Cat has looked better at the five, and it makes sense because he's going up against other fives and they're just too slow. But that's just kind of the larger part of the video is if the Knicks do want to actually win a championship, they're going to have to put Cat at the four and then put Mitch at the five. Like Gobert was the five on the Wolves, Cat was the four. They went to the Western Conference Finals. They were just a better team. They were the best defense. Like having the best defense with Cat out there, it just kind of goes to show that he's just best utilized at the four. And the Knicks are currently using Hart next to Cat, and it makes sense. Like the Knicks have been playing winning basketball, but every time they go up against a team with a winning record, they have a lot of issues. And yeah, they could get off to a scorching hot start offensively, but they never hold the lead anyway. It's kind of like this video, we're going to be talking about Karl Anthony Towns. A couple of days ago, he made it very clear that he wants to stay a Knick. I like Cat. I just don't love Cat. That's kind of the thing. And he's got a lot more to prove than, of course, just dropping 35 against the Hornets. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about Cat. We'll talk a little bit about Giannis as well. So let's get into it. So pull up three. Oh, gets it blocked too. And then he did. Did Cat lose it? I don't think this got blocked. I think he just lost the ball. Let me see another look at this. Yeah, I see it just slipped out of his hand. And he's able to recover it and get a dunk. Now Brunson backing down LaMelo, throws up that lefty shot. Cat cleans it up and gets it to go. See, the complaint that a lot of you guys have about Cat, and I get it, is why doesn't he do this against the top teams consistently? And I don't know, honestly, but a large reason for it is you've got Bridges here and then you've got Salon here. So there's just no rim protection. So of course Cat's going to get this and go up against a second-year player, right? And then Cat's able to get out in transition, leaking. He throws this one down. And then on this play, the Hornets try to save it. It goes right to Cat. And this is a good finish. This is a top 5 shot blocker in basketball right now. This is what Knicks fans want to see consistently, rookie or not. I mean, look at this guy's wingspan. I mean, he's actually in the air. But, dude, this is a 7'1" guy. And Cat just bullies him, puts his head down low, and just gets a bucket. See, that's the Cat that Knicks fans want to see more consistently. The one knock against, well, there's 2 knocks against Cat. The first knock is defensively. He's not good. And the second thing is he can be a little bit soft at times. So Cat needs to prove those doubters wrong, like he did, of course, in Game 3 against the Pacers, where he had really one of the greatest second halves in playoff history. I mean, Cat just put the Knicks on his back and wheeled them to a win. And he just gets position here, goes up and gets an and-one. See, a lot of times teams will put a wing on Cat, and they'll just be able to hold their own. But it doesn't matter who you are if you're giving Cat this type of position. I mean, he is in the restricted area when he catches this. And he just goes up and he gets fouled too easy. And on this play, you can see Cat is reestablishing position. He catches it down low. And look, he's just going to dribble. And then he's going to spin to that right hook and just bank it off the backboard. So on this play, Cat, he just sets an on-ball screen. And then this defender drops under, which you can't do. And then Salon right here, he ends up just switching. So it's just a miscommunication. Both of them go on to Brunson, and Cat, he's just as wide open as you'll ever see him. I mean, you can see the look on the coach's face right here. You just can't believe it. Cat is wide open, and he's shooting 44% from 3 from this range right here, which means that basically just about half of the shots he takes, he's making. And if you account for just wide open, that obviously is going to go up. And look at this pull-up 3. See, I don't think we've seen a player in NBA history. You can say what you want about Cat. I don't know if we've seen a player his size be able to do this as consistently. Like a walk-in pull-up 3, I mean, that's just unguardable. And once again, he just sets his feet, fires. I mean, it's just a pure shot. See, I'm not the biggest Cat fan in the world, but I just love watching him shoot the ball, man, as a hooper. I mean, that shot is just so smooth, man. You can't teach that. Kulik on a jumper, no good, but Cat sticks with it. And he goes up. Good job by Cat. See how he doesn't push off? He's got his left arm tangled in with him, but this is just 2 guys competing for it. Cat's not pushing off. He's not trying to draw contact. He's just going up and making a layup. That's another concern that Knicks fans have with Cat. I mentioned 2, defense and toughness, but the third one is he just commits silly fouls. He's averaging 4 a game. If you're averaging 4 fouls a game and you're not known for your defense, that is inexcusable. This is the Cat we need to see every single night. And now he's coming downhill. He kicks it out to Kulik, and then Kulik goes right back to him. I mean, this is a play. I'm sure you guys have done this if you play basketball in practice, is it's just a two-man drill. Usually it's a three-man weave, but this time it's with two guys, and it's just a absolutely beautiful ball movement. And Cat again is just cherry picking out in transition as he throws it down, reverse slam. The Knicks bench is loving it. But Become Daddy has been tearing up the G League. He could be a crucial piece of the Giannis trade. Wait, did Kulik wear glasses? I've never seen that before. We got Yabusele. Wow, I mean, this is a funny scene. Karl-Anthony Towns. I didn't know he had this in his game, man. I didn't know Cat could get down like that, man. Let's go. So I'm going to spend the rest of the video talking about Cat. And my honest opinion about him is I liked the trade then, and I still like it now. DiVincenzo, Randall, and a first for Cat. I do think that the Knicks' ceiling elevated. I will say, though, Devo's toughness and shooting, what he did against Indiana in the playoffs was game-changing. I miss Devo. I miss IQ as well in that OG trade. But obviously getting OG and Cat elevated the Knicks to be able to go farther in the playoffs, and they did. The Knicks went from a second-round team to an Eastern Conference Finals team. Now, if the Knicks had been healthy the year prior with Randall, with OG, with Mitch, yeah, they probably still would have. So, like, did the Knicks really get better? That's for you guys to decide. But yes, with Cat, you're a better basketball team. The issue with Cat is he's just a bad defender. Brunson is not a good defender. So both of them, it just allows offenses to be able to pick on the Knicks. And then on offense, well, Cat, he struggles against smaller physical guys, wings. It's kind of like with Brunson, how teams will put a 6'8" guy in him. It's like they're doing the same thing with Cat. And it's just not the same as if you have a big man who's slow, because no big that's slow can guard Cat. I mean, that's when he's unstoppable. If a team is too small, like the Hornets, then you're going to kind of see what happened. But there's just the good elite teams in basketball. They have the personnel to be able to match up with Karl-Anthony Towns, and they take him out of the game. And Cat will have a game where he goes off, and then he'll have a couple of duds, and then he'll have another good game. And it's not consistent. Like, Cat needs to be able to show up every single night, like how Brunson did in the playoffs, how he has for the last 3 years for us. And that's my concern with Karl-Anthony Towns is if he's not scoring, I mean, what exactly is he providing? I mean, he can get rebounds, but defensively, every single time he's out there, teams are going to put him into a pick and roll. And if you watch the tape, or you don't even really need to watch the tape, but if you just watch Knicks games and you pay attention, you would know that teams don't want to put Mitch into a pick and roll. Teams will basically avoid that. Like the Pacers series, for example, Halliburton, I think it was like 2 or 3 times he called for maybe it was more than that, but it was like 5 or 6 times in the series he had Mitch on him, and there was multiple times where he didn't even shoot. Like, he did make a 3 over Mitch, but that's because he was 6 feet behind the three-point line, and Mitch isn't going to come all the way out there. But the other times, he got a good contest, or he turned it over, he passed it, which was more than usual. But Cat can't do that. Cat is very slow laterally on his feet, and it's a major issue for the Knicks, because when they had DiVincenzo and they had Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein, I mean, they had guys who could switch everything, of course, and Hartenstein the Knicks miss him. Like, OKC got Hartenstein and they won the championship. And I still look back on that and I wish that the Knicks could have kept Hartenstein, because then they never would have made the Cat trade. But also, I don't know how Randall exactly would have worked with the Knicks. I mean, I guess it would have been good, because in January we saw, of course, that month they went like 11-2. But just overall, I don't believe the Knicks can win a championship with their current team. And I hope I'm wrong. I really, really hope I'm wrong. But just last year against the Pacers, I mean, yeah, Tibbs had a lot to do with it. But I don't think Tibbs is the reason why the Knicks lost against the Pacers. I think he's part of it. But I think the main thing is just the Knicks don't have the defense. Like, the Knicks didn't have the offense the year prior, but they didn't really need to, because they were elite defensively. They were number 1, of course, after they made the OG trade. So if you have the number 1 ranked defense, and let's say like an offense, you don't need the number 1 ranked offense if you have that defense that good. The Thunder have the best of both worlds. But I think that if the Knicks could just defend, and then they have Brunson, then I think there's a chance any single night. But in terms of bringing in Cat, it elevated the Knicks offense. But the problem is that, again, teams are coming up with a game plan to be able to match up with Cat. And they're just going to put their big on to Hart, dare him to shoot, and then they're going to put a wing on Cat, and he's just not able to do much. So unless Cat can become a better defender, which he's like 30 to this point, so I don't know how that's going to happen, or if just offensively he's able to work around that wing, because even if Cat is able to get better position, teams are still going to send 2 at him, and basically dare Hart to shoot or to do something. Now, Tibbs did come up with a plan where he would basically cut in Josh Hart, and it would make it difficult to defend. But it's just Mike Brown was supposed to come in here and transform the Knicks offense, and we definitely haven't seen that. And defensively, the Knicks they're just not very good. Like they had a 14-point lead or whatever against the Celtics, and they blew that. And then they had a 20-point lead against. Actually, they had like multiple 20-point leads against the Hornets last night, and they ended up nearly blowing it both times. So I'm not saying that it's time to panic for the Knicks because obviously there's a lot of basketball left, and it's a new coach, and they're trying to get this down. Like OG hasn't been playing. But we're talking about winning a championship, and I just don't see the Knicks being able to beat the Nuggets in a 7-game series or beat the Thunder. Hell, even like the Houston Rockets, I think they'd struggle with. And that's if the Knicks come out of the East. Of course, they're going to have to deal with the Detroit Pistons, and they beat the Celtics in a 7-game series, like without Tatum. I mean, they beat them with Tatum, obviously. So they'd get that done. But in terms of like the Knicks would have to get out of the East, and then they'd have to win they have to win 4 out of 7 games against the top West team. I think the only way the Knicks are going to be able to do that is if they move on from Cat, if I'm being real. Like I like Cat, but I don't see him. I don't think you can win a championship with Cat like your 5 being Cat's level defensively. Like the only way it's gonna work is if Mitch and Cat play next to each other, but Mitch can't play. Like Mitch can't play a bunch of minutes. Like you go and you look at bear with me, give me 5 seconds. So Isaiah Hartenstein stats. So Hartenstein, okay, he's playing. Well, this is kind of misleading because Hartenstein's playing anywhere from like 24 to 28 minutes, but the Thunder blow everyone out. So of course his minutes are going to be down. How about Chet Holmgren? Chet Holmgren stats. Chet Holmgren, same thing. He's playing around 25 to 30 minutes. Now Mitchell Robinson stats. Now you see Mitch, 16 minutes, 17 minutes, 19 minutes, 17 minutes. So like if Mitch was available 25 to 30 minutes next to Cat, we'd be having a completely different story. But Mitch is a pending free agent, and Mitch is also he gets hurt a lot, and the Knicks need to play him low minutes so that he's available in the playoffs. And that's kind of the problem for the Knicks is if Mitch was starting, then yes, their ceiling would be a championship. Not like the type of video that I'd like to make. I mean, obviously I'm a Knicks fan. I want the Knicks to win. I'm rooting for the Knicks to win. But I'm just being a little bit realistic here and telling myself that things need to change, and things still can change. Like, there's no question about it. I mean, the Knicks took down a tough Pistons team. They took down the defending champion Boston Celtics, and then they still went 6 games with the Pacers. So, like, anything's possible. The Pacers were really good. I think they would have beaten the Thunder if Hallie didn't get hurt in that Game 7, man. Hallie, I know we have a rivalry with the Pacers, but I respect Halliburton so much as a basketball player. But, yeah, in terms of just, like, Cat and Brunson, like, I remember watching the tape, and it just drives you crazy. High pick and roll every single time, and then the Knicks have to switch that, and now it's a mismatch every single time down.